Whether you're trying to get gains in the gym or just look better in your swimsuit, I've got 3 meals I'm going to show you today that will help you do all of those things. When you think of a high protein dinner, if you're reminded of dry chicken or sad little broccoli, then you're going to want to stick around for today's recipes. We're kicking this off with braised chicken thighs with creamy California veggie rice that is packed with protein, easy and quick enough for a weeknight, and good enough that you'll forget you're actually eating healthy. You're going to be surprised at how good a healthy meal can taste. Let's get to cooking. We're starting by searing some chicken thighs in the Instant Pot. This is a true one-pot meal, so this is the only dish we're really going to dirty tonight. A good sign your chicken is ready to flip is when it naturally releases from the bottom of the pot. Mine wasn't sticking at all. The only thing struggling here was me trying to figure out how to use these tongs, and as you can see, I was losing that battle. We do want to get some color on the other side, though, because pale chicken just isn't as tempting to eat. Once they've gotten nice and golden, pull your chicken out. Let's talk chicken. Chicken thighs are juicier, cheaper, and a whole lot harder to turn into a dry, rubbery hockey puck. Chicken breast is leaner and packs more protein, but that also means it'll punish you a lot faster if you overcook it. Chicken breast has about 35 grams of protein and 185 calories per serving, while thighs have about 26 grams of protein and 210 calories. It really just depends on your macros, but don't be scared of chicken thighs or don't think chicken breast is your only option. You can have both. Now let's get back to cooking. Add some water so we can deglaze the pot and get to scrubbing. You know all these bits down here is flavor, and we're not letting flavor go to waste around here. Next goes a cup of rice and enough liquid to cook it. Since we're using a cup of rice, we need to use a cup of water. Then add some chicken bone broth for even more flavor and a little extra protein. This little packet has 10 extra grams of protein. Maybe this will help someone out there. I cannot stand to eat this bag. You microwave it, maybe if you roast it, maybe. There's nothing about this bag that I want to eat. But you put it in an Instapot with rice, I love it all of a sudden. I'm adding about half of the bag tonight, and I'll also add my onions. At this point, you can really add whatever veggies you want, but you know me, I go the easy route, and frozen veggies are a win in my playbook. Put the chicken back on top of the rice and close and lock your lid, and cook everything by selecting the rice setting. Now we're going to stir in about a half cup of Greek yogurt. That's going to add some creaminess, a little extra protein, and make the whole thing feel richer. Then squeeze in some lemon juice. That little bit of acidity really wakes everything up. Give it a good stir, and that's dinner. One pot, high protein, minimal effort. It's creamy, it's filling, and it doesn't taste like you're eating diet food. This is a weeknight winner, y'all. High protein, minimal effort, one pot. Make this. It's good.
I'm just wrapping up a run. And in August in South Carolina, it's essentially like an immersive experience inside of an air fryer. It's hot, which means I want something light for dinner. I think the next recipe I'm going to show y'all, Asian style shrimp tacos, it's going to fit that. It's easy on the waistline, so it's not going to undo these 3 miles I just did. And it's really yummy. So let me get cleaned up and I'll show you how to make it.
Start with some frozen shrimp. We don't even need to let them thaw because they cook beautifully as is in the air fryer. Hit them with a little taco seasoning and spray a little bit of oil on them. I originally set these for 8 minutes, but ended up giving them about 4 more minutes. So really cooked for roughly 12 minutes total at 400 degrees. On a hot summer day, not turning on my oven is a win. And I love recipes like this. They let me use my air fryer. While that's cooking, let's warm up our tortillas. It doesn't matter how you heat up your tortillas, but you want to give them some type of a treatment, whether it's in the microwave, on a skillet, or like me, just using the burner on the stove. Next, grab one of those Asian salad kits and dump it into a big bowl. And you've got to do what everyone does and go digging through the salad to find that little packet of goodness. Add the dressing and give everything a toss. Be mature, Jamie. Be mature. Be mature. Be mature. Okay, made it through that. Whew. Now, let's build our tacos. Start with the shrimp. Then pile on the salad.
I'm adding some cilantro and green onions because I had them on hand and they really do add a lot to the salad. Then a drizzle of eel sauce for a little sweetness. You could absolutely use hoisin sauce if that's what you've got. And I'm finishing off with a little sriracha mayo. Yeah, it adds a few calories, and transparently, I really don't care. Top it with the crunchy bits from the salad kit, and that's it. Look at those. They came together in almost no time and look way fancier than the amount of effort we actually put into them.
Okay, here we go. Asian shrimp tacos. The crunch from that topping, really good. The eel sauce adds that sweet taste to it. The sriracha mayo kicks it up just a little bit. It's really good. Your friends will be impressed with this.
For our last recipe, we're stacking protein from multiple sources and making beef and sauerkraut casserole. Trust me on this one, it's good. We've got lean ground beef, Greek yogurt, and bone broth all working together. This is a great meal to meal prep, and I'm only making a half batch. You can double this recipe, and the entire casserole will clock in at nearly 300 grams of protein. Even at this size, this is still my lunch for a few days. Start by browning your beef in a big pot and adding about half an onion. I'm using 90-10 ground beef because a little fat does add some flavor. Hit it with some salt and then some pepper, and apparently try to knock your spoon onto the floor while you're at it. That literally really scared me. Add 2 cups of sauerkraut. No need to drain it. We'll cook a little of that liquid out. And before anybody says sauerkraut only belongs on hot dogs, trust me again on this one.
Sauerkraut is for so much more than just hot dogs. I mean, that entire jar, so those 2 cups, was only 60 calories, and it's giving so much flavor to this meal prep.
Mix everything together really well. Once it's combined, pull it off the heat, let it cool for a couple of minutes, and then add a cup of Greek yogurt. We're adding creaminess, flavor, and even more protein. That's kind of the theme of this recipe. Layering protein wherever we can without sacrificing taste. Using Greek yogurt instead of sour cream and cooking our rice in protein-rich bone broth instead of just plain water adds nearly 30 grams of protein with those 2 minor changes. Get everything combined and then transfer everything into a greased casserole dish and spread it out evenly. Now listen, still not winning any beauty contest, but neither is most comfort food. What she does have is rich, creamy flavor and packed with protein, and it's incredibly satisfying.
I'm going to cover with foil for about the first 15 minutes in a 325-degree oven, and then I'll let her finish off 15 minutes without the foil. There we go. We are out of the oven.
I'm not pulling your leg around here. This casserole smelled so good. If eating healthy was like this all the time, a whole lot more people would stick with it. I'm finishing mine with a little sriracha because I like heat, and now look how pretty she really is. But how's it going to taste?
Okay, let's dig in. It tastes like Gaines. That's good.